Hello campers. Thought I'd do, seeing as everybody's been doing little tours of their grow and I've got like stuff on every weekend, I thought I'd give you a little look around the grow that I'm doing at the moment. Nobody there at the moment, so I know I'm talking to myself, but hopefully somebody's eating some sort of like little chicken tikka madras at their workbench and looks up, sees the live and thinks, yes, I'll come in. Hey James, how you doing, man? You alright? Hey Dal, how you doing? Shay, how you doing, man? Yeah, thank you for sharing a little few minutes, just coming to see my plants. Right, so this is any high THC chilies yet? Well, we'll see. To be honest, I'm pretty far behind, so I'll show you where I am. Hi Del, good to hear that you are. Hi Tina, you alright? Okay, right, so this is polytunnel 2 and I'm going to show you polytunnel 3. Hi Shahina, you alright? So you've probably seen it on the little reviews that we do on the Sunday morning. I'm just going to take you around what we've got. This is we've got 14 plants in the autopot system. And they're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and probably another one. So I'll just go around and see what we've got. Okay, this is a purple Naga Viper brain. So you can see I'm pretty far behind, to be honest, with other people. I'm seeing like a lot of pods with other people, but as you can see, I am still at the flower stage on quite a few of these. So the plants are big. Like that's a pretty, considering that's a 25 litre pot, that's a pretty big plant. But you can see it's just still growing, so there's no pods on there. So yeah, purple Naga Viper brain. Ugh. 7-pot Primo. Hi Kev, you alright buddy? Yeah, so this is a 7-pot Primo. You can see at all the nodes we're getting the flowers coming through, but again, unless I'm mistaken, not really any pods on this. I've just filled up all the tanks to the top and they were pretty down at the bottom, so the plants are drinking all the stuff but still growing rather than doing any pods. So if I can just get in here and get down here, see if I can. Okay, this is a purple Reaper. So this is from Ben White. You can see it's got millions of flowers on. Nice sort of purple variation. Look at that on that node. Generally, I mean, I never get too excited when there's millions of flowers because quite often it means they're just going to turn into runts. But it's always nice to see the plants doing all right. Right, this is Caramel Scorpion, one of my favourites. Yeah, you can see it's. Whoop. You can see it's a bit out of focus. Go on, focus back in. That's it. Yeah, I'm not going to go through every single plant. I'll just show you the ones that look interesting, I think, because it's 20 degrees and it's so humid in here. Okay. This is a purple striped butt wrecker from Gary Anson. So you can see it's a nice purple plant. Cheers Kev. This is another purple one, Red Tiger Gum Mamp, one of my favourites from last season. Taste on those was unbelievable. Now something's gone wrong with this, or with this what do you call it, the thing that holds the water, because it keeps emptying, so I think there's some sort of leak there, but haven't managed to find out what it is. Here's something strange. Look at this. The tray that the plants are in has got this red stuff in, and it doesn't seem, I don't know what it is, but it doesn't seem to be doing the plants any harm. You can see that there, look, getting a few little pods there. This is it's probably a body snatcher or an Argy lemon. It's a Cyril, so that's Rich Ingham's cross between Dorset Naga and Argy lemon. God, it's so hot in here. Right, if we go a little bit further down, this is one that's most interesting me. This is another one from Gary Anson, and it's a bubblegum purple scorpion bubblegum purple, ghost scorpion orange. And you can see we are starting to get a few pods, but you can see it's got the bubblegum calyxes that sort of go down like a little dress on the plants, but it's a purple variety. Leaves are quite veiny, so yeah, it's quite a nice one, that. So what's this one? I think this is Thunder Mountain Longhorn. First time I've grown this. Didn't notice that before. Starting to get some nice pods on this. These are a bit like, Shahina, you would like this one. It's a bit like Indian finger chili, but the pods are huge. They can grow like sort of 2 or 3 foot. Yeah, red diesel, man. I've got no idea. I was going to empty it out and sort of clean it out, but the plants seem to be doing really well, so I sort of thought, yeah, maybe I want something weird and just left them. Right, so down here, this is a bit crowded. Now, I ran out of water pots, so basically this is just tomato grow bag trays, and you can see I fill them full of water, and you can see here, this is what happens when you don't stake the plant. So unfortunately this one looks like it's going to be a casualty of war. That's a shame, man. That's my fault as well, because that's just me too late to the party staking them up. Now this one was going to be, that's a shame, man. That's a Burmese Naga. Now this happened last year, and yeah, it's a massive shame. But you see the bits that are left, they should take off and produce a new plant. It's got enough like those 2 bits there, and it'll have the whole root system, that it should actually, it'll be behind the other ones and you won't get a massive crop off it, but not all is lost. So yeah, that's my fault completely for not staking it. I just have not had enough time to be down here, really. You can see this particular one was about to do the same sort of thing, but I ran in and stuck a load of just random canes where it was sort of going to fall down. What's this one? This is just a standard Argy lemon. So yeah, you can see once they get to a certain size, man, if you haven't staked them up, that's it, you're going to lose them. You know, you get a sort of warm weekend, nice and sort of humid, and the plant takes off, and it'll just grow at the point where yeah, it just snaps. So yeah, blame me. Okay, down here we have a pockmark. Again, that's some Ben White. Got the purple one, something from the chili eating competition last year. Right, so that's it for this polytunnel. I haven't showed you them all, but I just want to show you a few. So goodbye, little plant. Thank you for taking part. Right, so that's polytunnel 2. You can see, look how nice the allotments look. Look at all the lush green everywhere. 20 degrees, it's just absolutely lashed down, so everything's probably mid-grow. Yeah, so this is polytunnel 3. And you can see no water pots in here, so they're all using the method of just the trays at the bottom with water in. Now, I had a bit of an aphid problem in here, but I found a load of ladybird larvae which sorted it out for me. So first of all, we have jalapeno digito. I know a couple of these is. Mine is lush with green too. Shame sits with. Yeah, it's, I tell you what, just to show you before we carry on, that plot there, the mare's tail, honestly, you could have harvested enough mare's tail to feed the entire world, and they've had to put down a load of sheeting to cover it up because there was no way they were going to get rid of it. Little ladybird, you alright, mate? How you doing? So yeah, so jalapeno digito. This is one of my favourite plants, and last year I had a mare with this, but this is a serrano. Don't know how many people grow serranos, but you can see we're getting a little bit of pod. But the reason I love this is look at the fur. I know ricottos do this a little bit, but look at the fur on the leaves and in between the buds and everything. That is such a really pretty looking plant. Last year I had a problem with it where basically everything was just falling off and I had no idea where it was, so I never got any. So look at what this is. Habanada. yeah, so a few of these I'm growing specifically for the silly chili jam, which is, I think this is this is Trinidad Perfume Peach. You can see it's not doing too bad. Again, they're still just growing, you know, there's a bit of action in there, but no pods yet. Normal Reaper. Bohemian Goat, my favourite plant at the back there. That's it, get focused. Yeah, and it's so fluffy. Let's have another look at it. Look at that. I've seen a few posts over the years by people saying, what plant is that? When you get all the fur. And generally it's a Serrano. There's nothing wrong with it, there's no like issues, it's just how it is. Lovely. Okay, what else have we got? Okay, you can see we have a Katie, all absolutely massive leaves. Look at the state of those, hand size. So all's reliable. UK's hottest chili, I think, hottest, super hot. Yeah, so you can see if I'm not careful, I haven't staked these up. There's a few that are sitting without stakes. I'm going to lose them, so that's what I'm going to do when this is finished. Right, so this is probably the most productive plant that I have. This is from Mark Thomas, and this is the chili that you get from the kebab shop, Pavlova or something, I think it is. Yep. So you can see it's like that. And that is pretty, do you know, I think they pick them this sort of colour. I'm not even sure they let them go much riper than that, because you've seen them when they're in the kebab shop, they're generally sort of this lime colour. It's not ready yet. Taste still sort of rawish. Not ready. A little bit more towards the top. Oh yeah. Now that's actually got quite a nice little bit of flavour and some heat at the top there. So yeah, I'm quite looking forward to this plant. Look at them. Should really sort of pick some of these off, let it grow a little bit, because that is really quite a small plant to have that many chilies on. But yeah, you always get one plant that's head and shoulders above the rest. So in terms of feed, all these plants have not had any chili focus, any chem pack, anything, apart from all the nettles and everything. What I feed them, and you're just gonna have to excuse the mess. What I feed them is this, which is basically a breeding ground for mosquitoes. So this is my water butt, and in there, oh Christ, look at that, tons of ants. But yeah, in there is basically, I just fill it full of water and then get a massive cloth, fill the cloth full of nettles and some comfrey, usually about sort of 2 to 1 nettles for comfrey, tie the bag up, stick it in there and leave it for about 6 weeks, and it absolutely stinks. And once you've got that, I just use that at a ratio of sort of 1 to 4, maybe every week or every 2 weeks, just to sort of as a natural fertilizer. Costs nothing. Took me about an hour to collect all the stuff, you know, but you can imagine this many plants, you need to spend quite a lot on you know, feed. So it's a nice way to, at least until it's used up, get them started for free. And you can see they're not suffering, you know, because they're not using the chili focus or whatever. So yeah, so that's polytunnel 3. That's my mess that we don't look at. And this is, I tell you, another thing I just want to point out is I've lost loads of these tunnels to the wind, and this is the first time I've been told by loads of people that you need to dig in the sides of the polytunnel, which, but I used to have pots on the side, but what I did is I emptied last season's empty pots all the way along the side of the polytunnel, right, and it's just made it absolutely resistant to the wind, because the wind just can't get underneath it, and it's worked an absolute treat. So if there's anybody else who suffers from losing polytunnels to the wind, definitely I would recommend digging them in. Right, there we go. that is my polytunnels, 2 of them. So yeah, cheers for having 5-10 minutes at lunchtime with me, and catch you all later.